barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Checks and balances, y'all know the thing. Man. Excuse me. Colin Kaepernick, man. Colin Kaepernick continues to pimp the black culture with racism. He called his parents racist. his adoptive parents racist. Well, what is his biological parents? If a black family gives up a kid for adoption, does that make them racist? Does that mean they hate them? The white family came in and adopted the kid and gave the man on the outside looking in a very productive child life. Went to Nevada, quarterback, then became a Super Bowl contending quarterback in the NFL and had a pretty much upstanding career. You know, and he says that his parents, adoptive parents, said, "You're going to look like a thug if you wear cornrows." Well, I know it's 2023, so contextually it's different. Cornrows is way more accepted now than it was in 1990s, in the 1990-ish, early 2000s. And even then, if you wore cornrows, it's like you're a prisoner. It's like you went to jail. If you had hair, you had cornrows, you went to jail, or you look like a thug, or, you know, I remember I've always had a one or a fade or a bald head in my childhood because I understood the landscape of the city. And the reality is everyone generalizes. Everyone has preconceived notions. And black people are dishonest when it comes to generalization, right? And I'm not. And can you call them racist when they took a kid and raised him the right way? I don't want Lincoln wearing cornrows. I don't want Lincoln having tattoos. I don't want Lincoln getting piercings. No, because that's a conversation that doesn't need to be had in their childhood, in their adolescence. You know, that's wasted words for me, you know? And I think black people are so dishonest. They're so tied up into this social media black culture. Black culture is conservative. Black culture, by all intents and purposes, believes in God. And if you believe in God, you're conservative. If you saw a man with cornrows, he said he wanted to look like Allen Iverson. If you saw a man with cornrows that looked like Allen Iverson with some oversized clothes in the late 90s, early 2000s, my mind, I assume he's black. I always assume you have a weapon on you, so I would assume he's stashing, he's branding a weapon. Not branding, but he has a weapon on him, knife, gun, etc. And I will go under that context, right? And I think we're being dishonest and loyal when we say that, because if we see a black man in a suit, I respect him. Like, hey, you must be a lawyer. You must be a doctor or an insurance man in the community going door to door. You know, if you see a man with a Jerry curl with a Raider hat in LA, he's a gangbanger. He may not be a gang member, but I generalize and say he's a gang member. If I see a woman getting off the bus with scrubs, I assume she's a nurse, an RN, an LVN. If I see a man in a Cadillac on Sunday with a suit on, I assume he's a deacon, a pastor. You know, if I see a woman half naked on Hoover, Figueroa, Vermont, where I grew up, I assume she's selling it. You know, if I see, you know, the list goes on and on. I can go on and on and on. The point I want to make is we got to stop being irrational and being knee-jerked. Colin Kaepernick got us as a collective. He got me, but the man done sealed his court documents. He took a bargain. He getting money from Netflix. He getting another book deal. He Ben and Jerry's, Nike. Colin Kaepernick won. And he probably has a good heart, but at some point we got to stop using race. You know what I mean? Especially something this so minute. I had cornrows and she said she looked like a thug. I told my nephew, go get a haircut. I took him shopping. Y'all saw the video. I took him shopping. Nothing remotely looked like gangs. We're so disingenuous and dishonest with one another that we can't even have a conversation. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Black people do this. Black people eat chicken and watermelon. A white person say black people eat chicken and watermelon is racist. But you invited him to the picnic. So now he went to the picnic. Now he says black people love fried chicken. What do we brag about? Who make the best mac and cheese? Who make the best fried chicken? In the summertime, who can barbecue the best? I don't get mad. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. And but then again, I'll say this, man. When you at peace with yourself and you only go to places that you own or places that you pay for to go and to be entertained, and like my life is not really centered in mediocrity. My life is not really centered or predicated upon someone giving me permission. So I'm kind of out of that realm for real. So I understand why people always fight and always trying to find, because they need a leg up. You know what I mean? And I get it. But Colin Kaepernick is using race. He's stealing from the culture again. And I'm not falling for it this time. So y'all go ahead and have a great day, man. I'll talk to you guys soon, man. I'm gone. Peace.